Right, this tutorial is to show you how to easily work with the DT online language learning material. First, you will click on your web browser. I use Google Chrome, but it should be able to work on any other web browser as well. You then type in the site address in your address bar on the top of your browser when you opened it. In this case, I will use the sites.google.donnyteach.com/beginner site, as we will show the beginner site first. Right, so once it's loaded, you'll see that that is the landing page. It's from level 1 to 3. At the top left hand corner is the site's name, and on the top right hand corner is your navigation. You can either click level 1 and then the drop down menu will show under each level there. Right, if you scroll down a little, you will see there's a player which will, if you play it, will play the voiceover of whatever Bella or the character is saying. You can simply click it and it will play. The sound is off now, so you won't be able to hear anything, but that is where you play it. If you want to pop it out, you can simply click on that corner on the right hand side and it will open up as a separate tab, and you can still navigate back to that tab. Right, so we'll close that for now. We can display it on the screen. At the bottom you'll find your 3 levels, level 1, 2 and 3. Level 1 is where we will start, so you can simply click on whichever level you want to begin with, and each teacher still has their own decision to make whether they want to start wherever, but it's advisable to start with level 1 and then continue to level 2 and then continue to level 3 and then start again with level 1 with the next section. Right, so let's begin with level 1. You'll see again there's a little note to the teacher, and again there's a little player that you can use to play the voice over there where the Bella is saying, and again you can also pop it out. If you scroll down, you'll see the letters that has been chosen, in this case again for Afrikaans. You click on the letter you want to begin with. We will start with the letter A, and then it will first bring up the sound, the clunk that you will do, and there's a little video that you can play that introduces the sound to the students. You can stop and play there. You can make it big screen. In the little right hand corner there's a little square there that you can make big screen. You can play it through YouTube, clicking on YouTube. You can use the settings, and this is important to know because if your video is blurry, it is simply because your setting is on a low quality. Please make sure your setting is on the highest quality in order to receive the highest HD quality. All the videos that we do is produced in HD quality, so it should be fine. And there's your sound, as you know, but I'm sure you'll be familiar with this part. And once you know how to navigate with the video, you can simply play this to the class like this. Again, the sound is off, so you won't hear anything. And then you can make it smaller again. There is the letter that we are busy doing. Right, and then we can go navigate at the bottom there. You can see there's a work page that you can print. When you click on the pop-out button, you can simply print that page. You can print as many as you like for your class, and each subscription for a teacher subscription comes with the rights to print these pages, obviously because you would like your children to practice at least the sounds that you have been practicing. Right, and once you have decided to print, you can either do it double-sided or single. You can do the settings there, as you can see, but we're not going to print now. Right, and then if we scroll down, you'll see at the top, well, let's scroll up. At the top there's clunk, and at the bottom you see there's your 2 more activities there. Kom ons praat would be the next section to do. Let's talk. And again there's your player that you can play, and you'll see at the top there's clunk, and then that you've already visited, and then kom ons praat, which we are on now, and then you can press play or stop. And you can then navigate to the next section, which is your little spelling. And this little player just repeats the words and how to spell it. You see your word, clunk. Then you went to Kom ons praat, and now we are at spelling. And you can simply play around like that. So it just follows on each other. And there's another worksheet as well, which you can pop out again like that, and you can print it for your students for them to do the activity. Right, so at the bottom we see our level 1, 2, and 3 again. This means we are done with the first letter, and now we navigate back to level 1 where we choose our next sound. But we are not going to do that. We're going to go back to the end of the us sound and choose level 2. And here we have a choice to choose our next sound. In our case, we will choose the R sound. So we'll click on that and it will take us to our sound again. And this is now level 2. So there's a little PowerPoint slide for you that you can play around with. You can scroll through it, you can play it automatically, you can make it bigger and full screen. You'll see in the right hand corner there's the video, the audio that you can play that says Klanke. You simply click next. On the slide it brings up the sound. You can play the sound for the children. You click next, it brings up the vocab words aap, gaan, maan. That brings up the tongue twisters, which is practicing the sound, and this is very important. The children can say this over and over and over until they get the sound. That's what makes this so important and so amazing. Let them say these for an little oral mark or an oral activity, or to test whether they have learned something so far. Right, so we can make it smaller again, and we can go back to our page. As you see, we just simply navigate it at the bottom. Again, the settings are there. You can print it, you can do whatever with it, whatever you send it to PDF. Whatever it offers for you there is fine. It's simply, the idea there is anyone can make that up. So this is just for you to have a recording with something to play to the kids. I mean, you can make your own stuff and record it if you want to eventually. And then that was just repeated from the screen. The sentence, the question, the answer. Very important to start letting the children know about those things. Then we have our levels. Let's talk again. Etc. So now we've been to the sounds, that's at the top. Our current page is Kom ons praat. Again, there's a slideshow that you can use. You can navigate through that, play the sound for the students, etc. Make it full screen, make it small screen. A little player that you can play to listen to the new sentences. And a little activity sheet that you can again pop out and print like we showed in the previous section. Then we have the spelling, exactly like level 1, but now we are using the vocabulary words that we've added to the level 2. So now the colors are being added. You can either use them as vocab or you can use them as spelling words. And then what the fourth the fourth addition to this level 2 is, after you've been to sound, been to let's talk, been to spelling, now we are going to the test, which wasn't included in level 1, as you can see. So now level 2 has a test which you can use, and then you can jump to level 3, which works on the same principles as level 1 and 2. You click on the first episode, you let the students watch the video, you learn the rhyme that is repeated at the bottom, you let them learn the vocabulary, because now we're introducing to them more vocabulary. Obviously, we're trying to stay within words that are quite relevant to everyday use. I mean, an apple you see often. A dog or a bone that a dog eats is relevant to a dog that children know of. Thunder, rain, and the rhyme is important again for the rhythm of the language, etc. So if you scroll a little down, we'll also see that there's a worksheet that you can again pop out like you did with the others and print for your students. And once you are done with that, then the next level, or the next section then is let's talk about the weather. So now we're just adding a little bit. Let's talk was level 1, let's talk was level 2. Now we say let's talk about the weather. And again, it's recorded there, the questions, the statements, the answers. There's let's do a weather chart where you can print this for them and let them cut it out and paste it in. There's a let's listen or read a story, and from that story we take the vocab now as well. So we've done vocab introduction level 1, we've done vocab studying level 2, we've introduced new vocab in level 3 and added a few from the reading passage. Obviously, it's up to you as the teacher to decide whether you want to do all those words. You don't have to. That's just an opportunity for you. And then when we are done with that, you can go down to the last one, which was the fifth one in level 3, the fifth level, or the fifth stage, which is speltoets. And that's basically what it is about. I think the most important part is for you to explore, for you to understand how the material can either play out as your curriculum in class for the year, or as an additional activity, or as an additional resource the students can take home and practice there.